Hi, everybody. This is day 3 of Orpheus Eurydice. Or in part 2, Orpheus has just finished singing his song to Hades and Persephone, and he is trying to convince them to let Eurydice go back with him. So this is where we pick up. He's literally just finished singing, or he says, "Rejoice in the death of two," and he kind of mic drop and stop singing. So your subject actually starts in line 41. That's annoying. The bloodless spirits were weeping over, and then you have two present active participles describing the direct object. That's Orpheus. So the bloodless souls were weeping over the ones saying such things and moving the strings to the words. So he's saying those words and playing the music. He's singing and like plucking his lyre. And remember, I'm getting and out of neck, but I'm putting the not with the verb. So, and Tantalus did not grab the receding wave. Tantalus did not grab the receding wave. Remember, Tantalus is the man who's being tortured by, he's like kind of doggy paddling in water, but when he puts his face down, the water like moves away from him. So it's saying he was so dumbstruck by Orpheus's song that he didn't even reach for that wave. And the orb, the wheel of Ixion, and then Stupuit stands dumbfounded. And the Wolucres, the birds, do not snatch at, do not seize, do not grab his liver. Remember, Ixion is the one who is being tortured, the man who's being tortured by being tied to a wheel, and it spins and then vultures eat at him. So that stops. Then we're going to get another reference to people being tortured in the underworld. And the belly days, those are the daughters of Belus, the Danaids. Wakarunt is really Wakawerunt. That's a syncope in there for you. Like are free from their urns, meaning they don't have to pick it up and pick the water up in their sieve and walk it to their urn. So the Bellides are free from their urns. And that's the quay. I'm getting that out of the verb. And you, Sisyphus, sat on your rock. Sisyphus, who's pushing the big rock up the boulder, he stops and sits on his rock. So that is 4 mentions of people in from the underworld that they all just stop their eternal torture and listen to Orpheus as he sings. Then it is said, fama est sets up this whole sentence. This is your indirect statement. So then it is said that the cheeks, that's your accusative subject, of the Furies, here's your infinitive verb, were wet from tears for the first time at the song of the conquered, of the victims, kind of. So then the rumor is, it is said that the cheeks of the Eumenides for the first time were wet with the tears, were wet with tears from the song of the conquered. And again, I'm using neck to mean and, I'm going to put the not with the verb. And the royal spouse does not sustain, does not endure, does not keep on enduring the begging one, nor does the one who rules the depths, that's your accusative accusative direct object, the one who rules the depth, continue or keep denying, continue to deny. That's why it's an infinitive. Like they're saying they don't deny the begging one. Neither the royal spouse nor the one who rules the depths continues to deny the begging one. And they call, this is Hades and Persephone, they the royal spouse and the one who rules the depths, call Eurydice. That is an accusative. It's a Greek accusative. That's why it's got that N. That one, Eurydice, was among the recent, ghosts, meaning the ones who just died. They're like kind of waiting on the shore and they just came over and they're waiting judgment. They're all just kind of close by. That one was among the recent shadows, shades, ghosts. And she walked in, that's a perfect, with a step slow from her wound, on account of her wound, right? She's limping because she got bit by a snake. This next line, we have the zeugma that we talked about. The zeugma is that this verb occipit applies to its two direct objects differently. So the Thracian, the Rhodesian hero receives her, meaning he takes her like in his arms, he receives her. And he receives a law. That's your other accusative. I just underlined all those words in an unhelpful way. So he receives her and the law at the same time, but he receives her physically. He hears the law. So that's the zeugma, that we have one verb with two direct objects where it's different. He receives her, I said he, the Rhodesian hero receives her and the law at the same time. Then this is the law. The last two lines tell us the law. This is the rule that Hades and Persephone make about her returning. If he doesn't follow this rule, she doesn't get to return. Lest he turn back, so that he does not turn back his own eyes. That's a metonymy, right? It's literally his lights, but it means like his face, yeah. Until he will have exited the Avernon valleys. Remember, that's the Avernon is the spot up top, like where they think the door to the underworld is. So until he will have exited the Avernon valleys, or it's kind of like, or else the gifts will be, there's an essay missing, void. Oh, that was a terrible essay. or else the gifts will be void. That's a little ellipsis there for at the end. All right, good job, guys.